Hey guys, it's Aaron the host for MobileReviewsEh, and today I'm going to do a review of the Otterbox Statement. This is one of Otterbox's, we'll say, fancier cases, as it's got a minimal profile and it's fancy because it's got leather and apparently has some drop protection. I will note that this piece of leather that's on this case comes from a century-old leatherwork, which sounds pretty cool, and I am going to reiterate the word piece as most of this case isn't leather. Now with that sarcastic note of the way, I'm generally pretty hard on Otterbox cases. I've given this case a score of 4.3 out of 5. Overall, it's a tougher case and is definitely one of the tougher slim cases, but the size and wear and tear do worry me a bit. This case is better than the average iPhone case, which sits at about 4.1 A's out of 5. So it's a decent case. Also, it makes me reminiscent of the very first iPhone because of how the back looks. If you want to see how it stacks up against other clear iPhone cases, check out my website. Links are in the I or the description section below. Real usage, real reviews, MobileReviewsEh.ca. At MobileReviewsEh.ca, we base everything we do on actual usage. So with the minimal profile drop rated leather case, well, first thing I do with this fancy case is find the fanciest thing in my house, which at the time was this oak aged beer that tasted way better in my 20s when I tried to be a pompous douche. For the minimal profile, I did compare it against scores of other cases, and for drop protection, well, I just looked at Otterbox's Otter Certified Drop Protection little label, and I just kind of laughed a little bit. In terms of design, this case has several parts to it. The edges of the case is quite rubbery, the top half of the back is clear and apparently scratch resistant, and the bottom is where the leather resides. This piece right here is, well, that's it. That's the piece of leather. It's definitely not big. The statement fits well together. There aren't any protruding pieces and everything just kind of fits well. The scratch resistant back will get beat up over time. I've been using this case on and off for the last 3 weeks and it's definitely starting to show quite a bit of scuffing. Now when it comes to protection, the edges of the case are high enough to keep the iPhone off a flat surface. For drop protection, your iPhone is going to be fine from any normal drop, though Otterbox doesn't exactly state how high you can drop it. They do state that there are 24 tests and 238 test hours done to the statement, which to me as a user doesn't really mean much. The question really is, if I was to drop my iPhone on concrete in this case, will my iPhone survive? And the answer is yes. Yes, it will. Accessing the iPhone inside the case is top-notch. Buttons are easy to use, the ports are big, and the edges of the case don't get in the way of accessing your iPhone. I will say that the handling of your iPhone inside this case is actually quite nice. The clear back is really slick, but the bottom part, the leather part, actually sits very well in your palm. So when you're using your iPhone in one hand, the grip is quite nice. The rubbery edges add to that grippiness. So, I'm a big fan of how well the iPhone handles inside this case. So that's kind of all I got. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments section below. I'll try to get to them. Or you could try to contact me through my website or through social media, which include the platforms that I'm on: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, sometimes Snapchat. Yeah, that's kind of all I got. Yeah, thanks for watching. And then the black rubbery parts are quite rubbery. The black rubbery parts are quite rubbery. Yes, of course they're rubbery because I just said they were rubbery.